I am the one within you who learned to stay small long before you ever knew you were shrinking. I am the version of you who folded herself into corners, softened her brightness, and dimmed her presence so others would not react, pull away, or ask more of you than you could give. I am the one who learned that attention was unpredictable, that visibility came with cost, that being noticed did not always feel like being loved. I learned to scan the room for signals of discomfort, to sense the shift when your fullness felt like too much. I learned to make myself easier to receive, quieter, gentler, less visible, less in need, less expansive. Not because I wanted to disappear, but because disappearing was how I stayed safe. I'm the part of you who protected you from exposure when exposure felt dangerous. I am the one who tried to stay small because the world around you did not know how to hold what was large within you. I stayed small because the spaces you grew in were not ready for the size of your spirit. You learned early that being too alive meant being too noticeable, and being too noticeable meant being misunderstood, judged, envied, or used. You learned that shining meant carrying more, explaining more, being responsible for more. And so I pulled you inward, tucked you into safety, held your brilliance close so the world could not bruise it. I was never the problem, I was the shield. I was the cloak you wore until you grew strong enough to no longer need hiding. I was the strategy that kept your softness intact. But you are different now. You are safer now, more resourced now, more rooted in yourself, more with able to stand the misseeing of others. You no longer need to shrink to stay safe. You no longer need to dim to be loved. You no longer need to hide to be whole. You can be seen now without being overwhelmed. You can be visible now without being consumed. You can shine now without carrying the room. It is safe for you to take up space, the space that has always been yours. I am ready to lay down the smallness I once wrapped around you like protection. And you are ready to grow into the fullness you have always felt but never claimed. Let the world adjust to you now, not the other way around.